Hey guys, welcome to the channel. We have a new tool here that I want to go over with you guys. I have shown this one in the back. This is a Koken. This is model number 2725Z. This is their Z series. And if you're watching, I'm sure you've already heard of Koken. If you haven't, stick around because they're worth talking about. And I want to talk about this one because I got tricked and I don't know how I feel about it. Let's dive in. As you guys know, I shared this one earlier. Well, it's been a while now, and I actually own several Kokens. Maybe I'll go through and show them all, do a dedicated video. I haven't determined what I'm going to do with that yet, but we'll go into that. I did change the grip here too, so don't freak out. I did a whole dipping video where I took these cans and found actually a good dipping sequence that I like. But this one is an older version of the Z where it has just a little bit more toothy kind of feel. And over Christmas, I was watching, well, during Black Friday, I was watching all the sales that were popping up. And this guy popped up at an extremely good price. And this is Koken model number 2726Z-160. The 160 is going to be the 160 millimeter length head to tail. Now, you're looking at this thing, you're like, well, okay, cool. So you got a 3/8 inch drive and you got a 1/4 inch drive. That's what you wanted, right? Wrong. This is actually a 3/8 inch drive. Sorry, this is actually a little bit of a bugger to get off on the end because it's so tight. Yeah, 3/8 drive in a small head ratchet. And so I thought I was getting actually a much longer one for whatever reason than this one is. It's actually shorter. And I was excited because there's a flex head, because the flex heads go super expensive. I mean, you're talking like $100 or more for these. Not too expensive, but expensive enough. And this was $40 on Amazon. I was like, great, let's buy it. And if you've purchased any of these off of Amazon as of late, they hold on to your order for about 3 to 6 months before delivering it. Yes, I think they're backed up. I'm not sure. I think they're super busy because they probably weren't anticipating all of the love that they're getting from the world, or maybe just America, because these are excellent ratchets that they make. But that being said, I got myself a super small 1/4 inch drive 3/8 flex head ratchet. And I'm pissed, but I'm also happy at the same time. I'm pissed because it's not bigger. I wanted a bigger ratchet. I wanted a bigger head like this. And I wanted it to be a little bit longer to be a good length flex head. Right? I like it to be like, I don't know, at least 10 to 12 inches long. But, yeah, this case didn't work out that way. It's a small head ratchet. And I guess I'm happy because, well, it's not too often you find a 3/8 head in a 1/4 inch drive size ratchet. So, I like it. I think it's unique. You actually get a good grip on it. And I think for tight places, it's going to work out just fine. Now, let's look at it. What's unique about this one, most of their Koken Z series, which is the series to get, guys. Skip all the other ones, go Z series. Most of them do not have the button release like this one has. This one actually has a lot of spring to it. I also like, too, that it is almost perfectly flush. And they just did a really good job with the whole machine work on this thing. You guys could see for yourself. Nice phosphate finish. I've had a chance to play around with it for a bit. What I love, and I'll put it up against the mic, is the buttery smoothness of this ratchet. So take a listen. It is ever so soft. Like you could just... Sorry, my hands are a little oily, but look. There's almost no back drag. This is so light. And in comparison, even a 90-tooth gear wrench sounds clunky. Or one of my favorite KTC products, hands down, and had one of the lowest back drags, is this guy. He's super smooth. But guys, this is even smoother. If you don't know how that process works, it's actually a patent that Koken has currently that allows them to have a traditional pawl, but then there's actually a rocking pawl on top of it. So it's basically kind of like a pawl that bounces and glides on top of an existing pawl. So it just makes that back drag just skip. It just skips across everything. And then when it engages nice and tight, just like a regular pawl would. So excellent technology. It does have a single screw that holds everything together, goes through to the front plate. I do wish that they had more screws or a bigger screw, to keep that positive retention. There's the face, the head, as far as deflection. Very minimal. Very good chrome work. Now the pin here in the middle, that is going to be pressed on both sides. And I like that because they actually kind of give it that concentric press. So it's actually pushing on not just one portion, but all the way throughout the pin down in there. It's pressing and keeping that tension, which is nice. Now, as far as a detent, it does have a single detent here for that ball. It is actually well sprung too. It's pretty tight. It wants to stay in that locked position. Now, I do wish that they had a couple more positions. And I would say, I don't care so much to have any in this direction, but more so in this direction. I would like to see maybe a 15-degree or 20-degree angle right around there. And maybe another one at 45. But I guess they leave that up to you to figure out. They just want you to lock in the singular position when it's straight. And I could accept that and appreciate that. Now, Koken is obviously made in Japan. Sorry, trying to get this in here for you guys. 24, so made in 2024. And their handle is much the same as all the others. A little bit of a metal ring kind of here at the recess. And then it comes back in this plastic. This is a softer, pliable plastic. And a lot of guys complain that this kind of tears up and gets beat up really easy. And then just starts to kind of deform and fall apart. Hence why I went the dipping route. Maybe I'll heat shrink this one. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Or maybe I'll dip it much like this one and see how the dipping works. Because I want it to last. I don't want it to fall apart. Koken, I don't believe, was going to warranty any damage that's done to this. And these are actually exceptional ratchets. So I really like it. And now tooth count, this is going to be, I believe it's 72 tooth, but with that adjusted pawl, I mean, it feels like it's, I don't know, 150 teeth. It's just super, super smooth. And I really like this push button release as well. The selector is super nice. It is a little bit on the softer side, but it doesn't seem to disengage or pop out when you're using it. So my overall thoughts on this, I already liked this one a lot. I have another one that's because I think this one is actually a lower tooth count. I want to say like the 36 to 38, but it has that same pawl set up, but it's still kind of clunky. My newer one has 72 teeth, and this 72 teeth is just exceptional, even better. So was it a surprise? You betcha. Big surprise. Wasn't expecting it. Probably wouldn't have bought it if I knew what I was getting. But now that I have it, I could actually really use this for tight places. Am I going to bear down on it like I have other ones? No. By any means. It's a smaller ratchet. No need to push the limits with it. It's going to work fine for the smaller and tighter places that I'm going to put it in. So, yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Have you guys picked up any Koken ratchets? Do you like them? Do you have a favorite? And, yeah, put it down in the comments below. I'd love to chat about it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.